Okay.
Oh, thanks
Why
so
not?
much. Thank you for your cooperation. Where are you from?
Portugal.
Why did you decide to come to Japan this time?
So, thank you.
Yes, I think it's because it's a very different culture, and it's very interesting for us, people from the Europe, to know how Japanese, how people live, their custom behavior during the day, those type of things.
Is it all of you first time to come to Japan?
Our is the first time, but it's the
Mine
second
is the
Second.
second time that I came here.
So last time, why did you come to Japan?
Came to Japan, like João said, because of the culture. I'm enthusiast of the Japanese culture, the way that you live in society. It fascinates me how you live in society.
There are so many, and everything is working so fine.
So that's why we are there. Although the travel is a little bit harsh for us, it's like
Almost a day to come
almost
here.
a day to come here, but I think it's worth it. I will definitely come again.
Yeah, me too. I hope.
I asked you the first time to come to Japan too. What is your first impression of Japan?
Honestly, I'm very well impressed. I think it's a very nice country, and I recommend everyone from Europe to come here at least once to understand the difference, to taste real food, because what we eat in Europe is not exactly the same as here. So I'm quite amused. I think it's very interesting. The organization works, how clean the country is. It's very nice to see, and also how people are very polite and very nice. For me, it's a very interesting experience at least.
Yes, even with the problem, with the troubles with the language, we can talk with our hands,
Yeah.
so it's not a problem.
When or where did you feel it's clean in Japan?
Everywhere.
Almost everywhere.
Everywhere.
Comparing to where we live, it's not that we are dirty or such, but we don't pay so much attention to the details. The way the garbage is collected is a bit different, and we can feel the difference while we are walking around and visiting stuff. So it's very interesting.
What is your first impression of Japan?
It's the same as everything is so clean, and everything is, imagine all the lines, the metro lines are really punctual, everything is on time, everything is clean, so I don't know, things work here, so it's fantastic. And the food is delicious.
Sushi mainly.
Sushi. You like sushi?
A lot.
Can you eat sushi in Portuguese?
In Portugal, we have a couple of restaurants. Some of them are very good, but I still prefer to eat here. The experience is completely different.
We also ate Kobe beef.
Kobe beef?
I think in Portugal we also have good beef, so for us it's okay. We like Kobe beef, but we prefer the most different thing that we have from our country, which is the way the fish is cooked here, which is raw, and in Portugal it's cooked, so it's a bit different. So it's very interesting.
Now you are in Japan and you are in Japan again. How is it? Is it same the image as you imagined or different?
I think that it's even better than I've imagined. Just experience. There are no words to really express how people are happy here, enjoying Japanese culture. So if you look abroad, you will see a lot of people with kimonos, Europeans with kimonos, just trying to engage on the Japanese culture. So yeah, I think that it's even better than I've expected.
The temples is also something that caught my attention, and I really wanted to visit them. And I think it's very interesting to see the temples, because in our country we don't have temples at all. It's a completely different experience. So it's very nice to be here and feel it, feel what the Japanese people feel. The feeling around the areas in the temples is very interesting and different also.
I think you visited many temples already.
Yep.
Which temple is most impressive for you?
I don't know, all of them are a bit different, but the one that caught my eye was the gold one.
Golden Temple.
Golden
In
Pavilion.
Kyoto.
Kyoto.
Yeah, because of being gold, exactly. It's quite amusing to see it.
Yeah.
But overall,
And the garden.
The nature around.
The nature.
but
It's-
overall,
it's very
all of
good.
them are interesting to see and visit. They have different types of beauty. Some of them are tall, some of them are small, some of them have vivid colors. So yeah, I think it's worth keep an eye on all of them. If someone from Europe comes here, they should visit more than one temple because they are different experiences for sure.
We saw at least like 8 temples
Wow.
in Kyoto.
But the names are really hard for
Yeah,
us.
for us
Yeah.
it's not easy to.
Yeah, probably. I can
remember.
imagine. What is the most impressive thing for you in Japan?
I think it's the difference between the ancient architecture and the modern one, because the cities have all of them, the new part and the old part, and they are really combined. We have small houses and then huge buildings, and everything is working, it's pretty, and it's really fantastic the way the cities are designed.
What about in Portuguese? Is there any old building and new buildings comprising a city?
We somehow have it, but I think the difference of the old and new is not that exaggerated as here. So here you have these huge apartments and buildings, and then suddenly you have a temple which is completely different. So in Portugal you also have these old and new differences, but they don't feel as different as here, you know?
So could you show me the first picture you took in Japan?
I can show you mine.
Yeah.
As you can see,
Yeah.
we immediately saw an airplane with
Wow,
a
so
Pikachu.
cute.
Obviously something you cannot find in Portugal, so that's why I took the picture.
Mine is a video. The first moment here, it's like the truck with the naming,
know.
and then you have the car.
Girls.
For me, that explains Japan. So it's like the guy that is managing things, and then all the craziness around. Go-karts, traffic,
Yeah.
and music.
I just wanted to show this one because I think this one explains a bit what we were trying to say. The contrast between the big buildings and the
And the
temples.
temple old building.
Yeah, I think this one is
Osaka.
Very Japanese.
very interesting.
Osaka Castle. Thank you so much.
Well, well.
About Japan for a few minutes.
We're not from here, as you probably noticed.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you for your cooperation. Where are you from?
We're from Denmark.
During 2 weeks, where have you been visited?
We've been here in Tokyo for some days. We've been to Kyoto and Hiroshima, and then we went to Okinawa.
Why did you put Okinawa in this trip?
Oh, it's actually the reason that we went to Japan. I run a dojo back in my home country.
She's a chief instructor.
In karate.
really?
In karate.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there was this very special event where people came from all over the world. Everyone else who also ran a dojo somewhere, and then we went there and practiced karate together.
Was
And
it
I'm just a
enjoyable?
mother, and
Yeah.
she asked me to come along.
Yeah.
And I said yes, I'd love to.
Great.
And then we
You're
made this
lucky.
whole trip around it so that we could also explore some of the parts of Japan. Yeah. Yep.
So cool. Great. How long?
I've been practicing for 10 years.
She was 12 when she came to me and said, I want to do karate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you think
And I said,
so?
no.
Well, it feels a little bit stupid, but Microsoft, there's some username pictures you can choose. And since I was little, there was this picture of a girl with a black belt and doing some sort of kick, and I was like, okay, that's so cool. I want to do that one day.
Wow.
My friend's father, he had seen some kids practicing karate, and he thought, hey, that will be great for you two girls. And then he signed us up.
And now you're an instructor.
Yes, yeah.
Did you expect to be?
No. I told her she would have to pay for herself and she would have to give up other spare times activities to do this. And she did.
And now you are proud of her?
Well, I've supported her all the way, yes.
Oh, is it your first time to visit Japan?
Yeah, it is. Yes, and it's been such a lovely experience. Really, we really enjoyed it. I think the only sad thing about it is that we didn't stay for longer.
What is your first impression of Japan?
I think we saw some of the signs. It was dark when we arrived, and some of the signs with all the lights on. Just thought like, wow, this is just like the pictures I've seen from home. Yeah, this is really. You know, we arrived at Tokyo, so it was just. We came out of Ueno Station and we could just see the lights, and it's very beautiful.
Well, what about your first impression?
Well, I've been to Asia before, but never to this part. And when I did that, this is more than 30 years ago. So this was really a treat. I really like it and I appreciate it. Yes, everybody is very, very kind. I hope more people in Japan will learn English, so we can communicate.
We will try to
And
learn
we will
some
try to learn Japanese for sure. I did not have enough time to prepare for that. I'm so sorry.
Is there any difference between the real Japan and what you expected to Japan?
I think it's very true what I've read about Japan and what I've seen here. The only thing is, I'm so sorry there are so many people that I don't understand and they do not understand me. I would like to communicate with more people here. That's the only thing, I'm a bit sad. It makes you want more. Very lovely country and very, very interesting culture.
What about you?
I was pleasantly surprised by at least how it seems like everyone seems so happy. Like every time you interact with someone, they smile and you start. I start smiling myself. Like when we buy something, it ends up just saying thank you, and walking away with a smile. And that's not something we do back in Denmark. It would just be like this. Thank you, bye. You know, when you see someone smile, you start smiling, and you just become happy.
So could you show me the first picture you took in Japan?
We took a lot of photos.
Oh yeah, probably.
That's at the toilet.
I'm sorry.
Totally forgot. Your toilets are amazing. Like wow. And I was
Many
also
buttons.
so
There's one button that's very important. Privacy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one that plays like
that
a
plays,
sound.
yeah.
That's
It
amazing.
sounds like a doll's toilet, you know, in a doll house.
I also noticed this not like a seat, but where you can put like small children in.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so
That's
clever. Yeah.
When I
Like,
had my
that's
babies,
brilliant.
I didn't know where to put them, so I'd have to wait for somebody. Can you take my baby? I need to go.
Thank you for the interview. Thank you for your cooperation. Where are you from?
We're from Germany.
Is it your first time to visit Japan?
Yes.
Why did you decide to come to Japan this time?
So I just finished high school and I wanted to take a big trip after that.
Yeah.
She just finished uni. So that's we're taking a trip together.
Congratulations.
Just traveling. Yes, thank you.
All around the world. Why Japan?
Because I feel like it has a very nice culture and the food is very nice. People are very friendly.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why.
You do?
Yeah, basically the same reasons.
And you have beautiful landscapes. The nature is very beautiful as well.
Yeah.
Since when did you have interest to Japan?
Couple of years.
Yes. For me, it's about 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah. Because my brother lived in Japan for 1 year. And he kind of got me interested into the country and the culture.
So did he give you any advice to travel Japan?
Not really as well. She planned everything.
Yeah.
She's the planner. Yeah.
How did you plan it?
I looked at like good cities to visit, and also I bought a book. Like it's basically about the whole of Japan.
Yeah.
And like it sounds Tokyo and then the different areas, and so I looked through there and looked what was interesting.
All right. Do you have any favorite page in this book?
Like it has a hike that looks quite nice, Takao-san,
Takao-san.
and like it just looks like good views.
Are you going to Takao-san?
On Monday.
Hope not too hot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We have to take a lot of water with us.
How do you feel Japanese summer? Is this different from Germany summer?
It's more humid,
Yeah.
but
It's quite similar actually.
Yeah.
Germany is humid as well. The past few years it's getting hotter and
yeah,
hotter
yeah.
in Germany as well. When you're in a big city, it feels like more humid, even more humid. Maybe that's why it feels even more hot here than it does back in Germany.
the temperatures like on paper are similar.
Yes, yeah. We were told that it's better to come in spring or autumn to visit Japan,
Yeah.
temperature-wise.
Autumn is best season, I think.
Yeah, but we couldn't go because she has to work.
Yeah.
I have to go to uni, so
Yeah.
we had to come now.
What is your first impression after arriving in Japan?
Everything's very clean, everybody's very nice.
Even though we don't know any Japanese, we can still come around like perfectly. People will still help us, even though we don't know the language. And in Tokyo, the metro system is very nice. It's fast. It's always on time. Yeah, you can rely on it.
Yeah.
We really love that because in Germany, our trains they have delays all the time. To be able to just take a train whenever is so nice. Yeah.
I think somewhere in Tokyo too many and a little bit confusing, isn't it?
It's all numbers.
Yeah.
Like all the
Yeah.
stations have numbers, so
Numbers and alphabets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
so
makes sense.
it's easy to like figure out where to go
Oh,
because of
yeah.
that.
I think you have the many plans in Japan. Besides Takao-san, what do you want to experience in Japan?
A lot of food. We want to
Yeah.
visit also some of the temples and shrines. The very big cities because like we don't have that big cities,
Yeah.
at least not in that dimension.
You have such like huge buildings, like
Like
all office buildings. So many office people here work in offices. You see everyone walking around with like dressed up, very pretty, and wearing suits all the time. It's not that common in the city we come from, so that's exciting for us to see.
Just show me the first picture you took in
Oh
Japan.
yes, I can do that. We can both.
Yeah.
This was the first one I took.
Then why did you decide to take the picture?
Because I never seen a street like this before. In Germany we have like different kind of buildings, and we don't have that in Germany. Not as many. So I feel like it's interesting for me to look at. One of the first ones. Just ramen,
I visited the National Library in Tokyo, and like I study computer science. Like these are like
so
books for it.
same
Yes.
genre of
So I
books.
was like, yeah, these are books.
Thank you for the interview.
動画の方楽しんでいただけたでしょうか。少しでも面白いな、また見たいなと思っていただけましたらチャンネル登録、高評価の方よろしくお願いいたします。英語もインタビューもまだまだ未熟な私ですが、皆様に楽しんでいただけるように勉強していきますので、率直な感想やテーマのご要望などコメント欄にお待ちしております。